Welcome back. Next mission, start.
After dismantling the armed V-2 rocket on the front lines of Belgium, the Wolfpack returns to the new Allied command center in France to await their next mission. Meanwhile, the war effort proceeds smoothly. The Allies have now gained control of northern France and much of Belgium. It is decided they will invade Germany through the Netherlands. British Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery gets to work drawing up an ambitious two-part plan of attack, codenamed Operation Market Garden. The first part of his proposal consists of sending paratroopers into the Netherlands to secure vital bridges and roadways. The British 1st Airborne is assigned this dangerous task. Then, as the second crucial stage of Montgomery's plan, armored divisions will advance through the country to link up with the 1st Airborne. The Allies execute Montgomery's plan on September 17, 1944. The initial stages of Operation Market Garden are a success, as the British 1st Airborne Division begins securing the Wall Bridge at Nijmegen. Within 3 days, they have captured the area and await the arrival of the armored divisions. However, German forces are quick to retaliate, and the Allied armored divisions meet strong opposition outside Nijmegen. With the land forces unable to reach their destination, the 1st Airborne soon finds itself cut off from all support and behind enemy lines. Montgomery's Operation Market Garden is not proceeding as anticipated.
What did you find out?
It doesn't look good, sir. We might be able to contain them until dawn at best, but as the sun comes up and they regain visual contact, I think we'll be overrun. They might even have an armored division here by then.
That won't be enough time to finish the evacuation. We still have nearly 10,000 troops on this side of the river, and many of them are wounded. We have to keep the enemy in check until our troops have reached the other bank.
Agreed. Sir, I'd also like to talk to you about you-know-who. He hasn't been acting like himself lately.
Yes, I've noticed. Ever since they took Jude, he's been distracted, which isn't good, Cordelia. It's affecting his performance during missions.
Exactly. And I'm worried that if this continues, he's going to get himself killed out there on the front lines.
I think the lad can handle himself better than you give him credit for, Cordelia. However, I'll keep an eye on him. The 1st Airborne needs more time to get all their men across the river to safety. The Germans already have our location surrounded, and we expect an armored division by morning. We're the last line of defense for our troops. This won't be easy, but we need to hold out as long as possible. Good luck out there.
Okay, I can take everyone. I want to quickly give Jack a pensive false. Alright, good to go.
See anything?
We're safe at the moment, but dawn's approaching fast. My guess is that they're preparing for a full assault as soon as the sun comes up. How's the evacuation going?
They're trying their best to speed up the process, but it will still take some time. There are a lot of wounded men.
Understood. Sir, can I ask you a question?
What's on your mind, Corporal?
How long have you and Lieutenant Miller been involved with the Special Forces? What was it like fighting the Blood Clan before all this?
Well, I suppose this is as good a time as any to talk about it. Keith and I enlisted not long before the First World War. Up until then, our clans mostly had small skirmishes. We fought frequently, but the combatants on both sides had always been few. These larger scale conflicts didn't begin until recently, actually, when humans started being dragged into the middle of it all. The Blood Clan's numbers in particular were declining rapidly. It would have only been a matter of time before they became extinct. But one day they began brainwashing humans. They set their sights on government officials and people in positions of power, and the human world slowly began moving off its natural course. By the time we realized what they were doing, the Blood Clan had mounted a surprise attack on our village. We sustained considerable losses, including my younger sister, Keith's mother.
I didn't know his mother was your...
Keith, his father Liam and I swore we'd take revenge on the Blood Clan and their leader, a man known as the Count. We alerted the British government of the Blood Clan's brainwashing techniques and enlisted in their special forces. They were wary of us at first, but when they saw what the vampires were capable of, they gave us their full support. We added Frank, Dr. Van Helsing, his student Jonathan Harker, and a young Dr. Jekyll to the Wolfpack, and left for Transylvania. Fighting them on their own soil wasn't easy, but we eventually killed the Count and all of his subjects. Unfortunately, Keith's father Liam was taken. They brainwashed him, and nothing we did could bring him back. Even after we killed the Count, Liam remained possessed. He was a powerful adversary, ferocious and uncontrollable. He was completely out of his mind, and I had no choice. I had to kill him myself. It wasn't easy.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to bring back those memories.
It was 1885, almost 60 years ago. Killing a friend's not something you forget easily, lad. It's a pain you take with you everywhere you go, no matter what you do or where you run. It's not something you should torture yourself with. I've seen the look in your eyes. You plan on killing Jude yourself.
Sir, how did you...
You forget that I've lived several lifetimes, and with age comes wisdom. Huh? They're here. Let's hold them off as long as we can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's Let's see what we have here. Looks like a bunch of regular soldiers. Not too bad. Nice. That looks painful. No. Excellent. More. Special delivery. Excellent.
Too slow.
Oh. Awesome. No. 2 tanks. This. Excellent. Nice. Oh, 2 more? Not good. Ow. That looks painful. Right.
You can't hide from me.
Drop this. Okay, time to start looting. Let's try that. Only hit one. Okay. You missed. Yeah, go for the decoys. They're trying to run Gallop. Okay, I'll take that. Ow. Something doesn't seem right. I'm looking for a specific item. It's from one of the soldiers in the last wave. I don't see it. It's possible that last sniper has it. Great, this can screw me up. That guy. I can't loot the last person I kill, so I have to take that sniper out before that tank. Not good. Okay, Keith can maintain his werewolf form. Alright, took the risk. Whoa, close. Humanium's turn yet? Yes. Please have it. What? He doesn't have it. Great. Okay, okay. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, here it is. Wow, that took forever. Okay, this is the PTRS-1941 Custom. This is the biggest and most powerful weapon in the whole game. This weapon is so strong. Well, you'll see when I use it. One fire that hits an enemy just blows him away. It's very effective against regular soldiers. It's pretty much a one-hit kill, and it's very damaging on the Blood Clan too. Does pretty good damage against bosses, and this can. While not one hit, it can hurt tanks. And it even has a chance of breaking the tank's wheels. So, but as you can see, the con of it is the weight, 150. Whoever carries it will have a huge weight penalty, so it'll take forever for them to have their turn. So the only way to get someone to make use of this weapon is to use cover attack or cover ambush. Right now I don't have anyone that can handle this weapon without going into the yellow for weight. But when I get my last recruit, he will be the one who will carry this weapon. And that is when I'll start using cover attack. This weapon is very helpful for the last stages, so you definitely want to get it in this mission. So be sure to get it. Yes. Sorry that took so long. Great. When I need it, he loses it. Yep, I knew that would mess me up. Gallant has no more rockets. Great. The only thing I can do is make sure he doesn't get run over, or it's game over. Come on, tank. Keep heading toward us. Yeah, go for the decoys. Come on, come closer. No! Manium's too far to use his MS attack. Not enough. he's going even farther. Oh my gosh. What a coward. Risky. I have to do it. He has a Panzerfaust. That's it. Come towards me. You're dead. Enjoy that. That won't last. It's over. And that's mission 16. Sorry again that took so long, but it's important to get that weapon.
Allied special engineers crossed the Rhine on the night of September 24th to assist in the withdrawal of the surviving members of the British 1st Airborne. However, at dawn, German attacks resume and the rescue efforts are disrupted. Only 2,163 members of the 1st Airborne Division survive. The campaign in the Netherlands lasts only 9 days, with a total loss of 17,000 Allied lives and another 6,000 captured. In addition, the failure of the operation results in the death of over 500 Dutch civilians. The German response to the invasion of the Netherlands is harsh. As they force all civilians around the city of Arnhem to evacuate their homes, an estimated 10,000 more civilian lives are lost to starvation and hypothermia.
Okay, let's quick look at the supply depot. You need this weapon if you want to use Numanium's new skill. It requires this weapon. Nothing new. Okay, a word about Lewis. But first, the weapon. See, anyone who equips this is already in the yellow for weight. It weighs so much, but it's so powerful. I won't be using it now. I don't know, should I equip it on someone? No, I don't want to slow them down too much. I need them to gain some experience. But you'll be seeing this in action later. Against the really tough bosses later on. A word about Lewis. In this past mission I just did, remember the needle from one of the earlier stages? If the needle was killed, in case you don't remember, the needle was the red-haired guy. It was that mission where you had to keep him alive to get some information out of him. Basically, in that mission, if the needle was killed in that mission, at the end of the mission I just did, there will be a cutscene where Lewis will die. Why? Or how it's relevant to Needle's death, I still have no idea. But if the Needle dies in that earlier mission, Lewis will die after this mission. I did record the cutscene, and I will post it up in a separate video. It's not that long, and it's nothing amazing. I'm probably the only person crazy enough to do a separate playthrough just to see that scene, but it wasn't worth it. But I have a record of it, so I'll put it up. But since for my playthrough I kept the needle alive, so after this mission nothing happened and Lewis is still with me. But if you did kill the needle and Lewis died here, you're guaranteed the bad ending, because all the main characters have to be alive by the end of the last mission. So just a little note on that. And that looks like everything for this episode. This video has gone on a lot longer than I anticipated due to having a hard time finding that weapon, but it was worth it. You'll see soon. So until next time, we'll call it a day. See ya.